today, so we'll see how it works. Here we go. Yes. Today, so we'll see how it works. Perfect. Okay. That's done. Welcome to a new transmission. Give me 1 second. Let me go live. So I say welcome on all of them. There you go. Okay. Welcome to a new discussion and transmission that we are hosting here together with Heather and Laurentiu. It's our little live transmission on Wednesday morning. Hello, Heather. Hello, Laurentiu. How are you today?
Hello, Sanda.
Good, very good. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Very well, thank you.
That is great. I'm so happy to see you. It is such an interesting time for all of us. Hello for those of you watching us on Facebook. Hello for those of you watching us on live on YouTube as well. I was just talking for a couple of minutes with Heather and Laurencio, and I was mentioning this transitional period that it feels to me as it's going through right now. And I know for many of us, we're quite in the same boat, so to speak. We are feeling this transition. And some people have the tendency of just, and I have this tendency sometimes of just kind of like, I just want to float through this. I don't want to really do anything. I feel like it's not the right time for me to take any major decision in my life. I feel like I don't really know the direction in which I'm going, which again, I'm talking here as the human self. The human self, it's that self that wants to know things, that feels lost when it doesn't know things, yes. And it likes to plan. It likes to plan. It likes to have a little control with that. And then there is the soul self, which I am and we are. And that one doesn't care. That one is like a little kid, like, I'm just gonna have fun with whatever comes. But I think my human self, it's it's popping up from time to time these days, and just really wants to know what's going to come. I feel the transition period. So of course, when this is happening, I redraw within myself. But I don't know about you, but in the last 3 days or so, I've had a little more difficulty than before to get into that stillness and quiet. Not that I didn't get there, but it would just take me, I would be very distracted. It will take me a little time to get there, to put myself into the meditative state. Are you going through something similar, or is just me because my ego self, my human self, it's so active? It's like I feel like it's taking its last breath, so to speak, of control. What do you think? How do you feel?
I understand what you're saying. I can relate to what you're saying. We always want to know what is going to happen. We're, humans. We always want to have a plan. We always want to know what's going to happen, and we're scared of the unknown. And so a lot of people are in that position where, we don't know what's going to happen, with the election that just happened. We don't know what's going to happen to the economy, a lot of things that are unknown. So a lot of people are in that. So I can relate to that.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for understanding. I appreciate it. How about you, Laura?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel that now is the time that the worm become the butterfly. Now is the time for the serpent to change his skin. Now is the time for the eagle to change his beak, his claws, his feathers, And that's why all our energy goes to these major changes. changes that are coming and that are manifesting in the physical level. And that's why sometimes we have difficulties now in this period for establish a connection like the old days, But let's be glad because this moment come, and through this portal 1111, we could ask for our gifts and our light, which is manifested through virtues and that kind of things. But now it will manifest in physicality, and I'm very glad this period came.
Thank you. Thank you. It was a very powerful day, wasn't it? The 11/11. That's how I felt it. I felt like it just in the area where I am, in physicality, it didn't feel very friendly per se, at least to me, and that's my own perception, my egoic perception as a human being. However, once the portal was open, it felt really, really good. So there are some, I feel, at least for me in this area, there are some pushbacks, so to speak. But once the portal opened, it like everything started flowing. It felt like the dam was, opening up, but not in a broken kind of way. It was not violent. It was just, it opened up like a gate, it didn't break per se. And then everything started flowing. So yeah, this day was very powerful. I'm very happy that we've had this opportunity of the awareness of it. And aren't there many opportunities? Like, I know that every month we have new moon and we have full moon, and those are also portal like opportunities for us to clean up old energies and intend new ones, right? Do you do anything with the full moon and the new moon periods? No. Heather shook her head. She said no. Hi, Anastasia. How are you? How about you, Lawrence? I just started doing this lately, maybe in the last few months.
I think that full moon and new moon is in ourselves. Like we are expansive and like we are introverted, So that's why let's not condition the full moon. Oh, I have to be expansive. Now is new moon. I have to be introverted, Let's go with the feeling and let's become the full moon and the new moon in every day. But it depends how we feel. If we feel to go outside to travel, astral travel, or to come inside and travel in our being of light. It doesn't matter because the coherence is the same.
That's a very
the
good
coherence. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're saying that we don't need to wait for the certain times of the month, right, to do that. We can do it every day by paying attention to how the guidance is. Is that, did I understand correctly? Okay.
The potential of the full moon is manifesting like in potential greater than if you want to manifest it in a new moon. But we are astral beings and we are light beings, and the time is not like our time, like we perceive it. So let's go with the flow and tune in like we feel, because we are different, and it doesn't have to be for all the same. But these portals like 1111, like 666, 6th of June, are like nodal points, the energy are focused, And these portals are not the same every month. You know, okay, we have portal 445566. No, they are not the same. For example, the 6th of June portal is for downloading light codes, you know. But this 11 November is a very powerful portal because we can ask and we can bring in ourselves our attributes and our virtues that is like completion of our work of the whole year, you know, because in every month we do something, and on 11/11 we make the cumulum, you know, because in 12th of December we can tune all these new attributes, all this DNA development for the rebirth of 25 December and January. And that's why until January, we don't feel the change. But in January, we feel the change because we are changed. We are new us, you know. Yeah.
Yes. You mentioned December 25th. And please develop a little bit on that, because many people, when they think of December 25th, they think of Christmas Day. But I don't think that's what you meant.
You know, I don't want to enter religion stuff and
No.
dogma like this, but we know that from 22 of 24 December, the sun is on the lowest point, you know, but it's not the celebration of the sun like our ancestors mistaken, you know, is the celebration of the light, of inner light, of divine light, of absolute light. It's not about our sun, to make our sun a god, to make our galactic sun a god. It's not about that, to worship gods, you know, God, sun god like Ra in Egypt. It's all about the inner light, because our suns and our solar system sun and galactic sun, they are portals for the divine light to came and to bring us the harmony and the coherence we need. So that's why on 25th of December is like a rebirth. But we have another period of 3 weeks in which these changes are implemented in our beings, you know. And that's why in January we see the results of our work of 1 year past, you know. Yeah.
Thank you so much for that clarification. Thank you so much for your clarity. Today, well, when you were talking earlier, when I smiled because I felt the presence, and it's interesting because I feel it from the left. When I felt the Pleiadians initially, I felt them from the right, and that was months ago. And then the Sirius, I feel, so it's when I channel, I feel their presence coming from different directions. So that was very interesting. But right now, when you were talking earlier, from the left, I felt, and you're talking about time, I felt the presence of the blue avians. And they said literally that within the next few days, once a big energy change is going to happen, once we open the portals with the 12th dimension, we open largely all over the planet these portals. On the 15th, they would like to send a transmission about time, and that was very interesting, because they literally kicked in, and I felt their presence, like I feel the wings. So yeah, so I think we know the theme for next week. It's going to be about time, and it's going to be with the blue avians present. However, for those of us who are listening for the first time, hi Nikki, hi Jojo, hi everybody. my main focus point, my main connection is at this time with the Archangels of Light from Sirius. And through them, I have access directly, or they have access to me, to this channel directly from the 12th dimension. What I feel as, many people will call the ascended masters, but I feel the connection very deep with the feminine part of the ascended master, the divine feminine. So that's what comes through. And so this is what I'm going to let access today. I'm going to allow this access to them. And as I feel really that they are part of me, or I'm part of them. I don't know how to express it correctly, but their love, it's very powerful, very kind, very gentle. I feel like they're embracing me. And however, at the same time, the energy is very, very strong. So it flows. It feels like a warm river. To me, that's how it feels to me, like a warm, very pleasant, the most pleasant flow, the most pleasant embrace, the most pleasant and gentle touch. However, at the same time, they also feel as powerful parents, powerful guides, powerful teachers, that like they come through and they want to tell me and us different information that they feel that we need. And I don't mean necessarily we as the whole humanity, but we, the ones that are tuning into these transmissions, the either live or through the recordings. So now that we've had a little bit of talk about 1111, about different portals, they want to address the fact that each and every one of us, it's a portal of the divine. And they've been very powerful in this last few weeks in their messages about identity. And so I feel that that's what they want to say, something about that, but I'm going to go away, so to speak, as my human self and let them talk. And while I relax and I make this transition, this switch happen, I'll just tell you a little bit that what I'm doing, it's changing my brain waves from beta, which is the normal brainwave when we are awake. How I see it is going into alpha. So I'm quite alert, but it switches really fast through alpha, and then it goes into gamma at this time, which it's alertness, but relaxation, like deep relaxation at the same time. So I'm not sleeping and I'm not in trance. Trance is the theta state. However, I don't always remember what they're saying. So I'm not in trance, I'm awake. I'm just removing myself. Greetings, 01. We are happy to be here and provide this transmission. We know that this vessel has had a pretty rough week, you may say. We are always watching. We are always here. We are bringing a different frequency. And we are inviting you now to tune into our vibrations, to let go of your thoughts, of your worries, of your daily human activities. We understand that at some points in time, you may have an easier or a more difficult time to do so. But by tuning into our vibration, by taking deep breaths in and exhaling deeply, you allow our frequencies to become the predominant signals. Take another deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. We will now offer a light language to expand these channels, allowance of our frequencies. The same effect it's going to have over those who are going to watch this transmission. We perceive that many of you can benefit from this light language at this moment, or at the moment when you are receiving this transmission. Tahamme hatime anietas in ahandabati. Aim bahandi ni and the happy nigadasa. Ni anna me as akatim an. Nahina in bakatisa. Ni ma. And take another deep breath in and exhale. No, Mendi Melinia in Imbikat Asimi and the hand. Animi and the hati kapat asmi and the indi abat kadidian batisa. Nanini bani digat amra ninimas. Animi and the and the kit asian ahati. They have meti. Dakati bit is seen the katim ani atta. Enim hand acting the appa. That is andi kapati. And so it is. Our message today, it's for those of you who, just like this vessel, are going through the last moments of what you may call purification, cleansing, detoxifying. We were saying that we observe many of you going through different effects, symptoms of this purification period. Some of you are feeling it even at a physical level. Some others only perceive it at an emotional level. Some are having a difficult time quieting their minds, even though this wasn't the case just a mere few weeks ago. We are observing all these effects, and we are bringing the clarity that these effects are indeed just the steps needed for the purification, the detoxification process to be complete. We are assisting with our light language transmissions into this process. We are working together with large groups of your angels. However, in order for our help to be received by each and every one of you, it is very important that you express, you demand, you call for your angels' help. Call upon your angels at this time. And we, together with them, and with many other light beings, which are in service of you at this time on earth, we will be there. We are always around. But just like your angels, we cannot be of service unless you ask us, you invite us, you call upon us. Therefore, we invite you to call upon your angels, to get to know your angels, to get to know them by name, just as you would meet a new human with whom you would like to have a relationship. Get to know them by inviting them out loud in spoken, not only thought invitations. Many of you continue to pray to your God, which we may say you are perceiving not where the God really is, but where you've been told to perceive it. God is creator of all. God is beyond what you understand as space and time. God is not masculine nor feminine. However, God has created both masculine and feminine. And so when you pray upon God, keep these informations in mind. It is much easier for each of you to connect directly with your angels, which are your own guardians, your own guides, as you are God, and they are God as well, as God is everything. But why try to jump from the bottom all the way to the 10th floor? Why not reach to somebody at the 1st floor? That somebody at the 1st floor may help you much faster and easier, as you must understand that jumps from the bottom all the way to the 10th floor may take some time in your linear time-space continuum. However, it is so much easier to just connect with your angels. We are here right behind the angels' armies. It is not important at this point that we are calling ourselves Archangels of Light from Sirius. We may as well be just archangels. We might as well be just beings of light in service of light. Labels are not important. However, what is important is that you express your desire of our support and help. Call upon your angels. Declare it. I am ready to get in contact with my own guides, with my own angels. Each of you has at least one. Many of you have armies. We want to address today that you are much more, and you have so much more support and so much more power than what you believe. We know that you've forgotten when you came in this physical space-time reality who you truly are. You've forgotten why you are here. And we are sharing with you today that you are here to find joy in remembering. This particular planet has been designed to host the most amazing experiences, the most masterful souls have planned on coming here to have these experiences. It is a simulation, you may say. It is a game, you may say. However, it is a very powerful evolutionary game that only masters have the courage to start. You are all masters. All of you listening to this transmission, all of you tuning in to our frequencies are called to now unveil all the layers accumulated on Earth and remember the game was meant to make you initially forget. The game was meant to offer you the opportunity to start, many of you as babies, human, incarnated, forgetting everything about where you came from or why you're here on Earth. You would allow yourself to be guided and educated by other humans whom you have chosen. You have the power to choose the exact scenario in which you would like to come. You have the power to create your own physical human bodies. You had the power to create certain specific mind traits, certain specific biological traits. It is not somebody outside of you who has created your bodies. It is not that which you call God from the outside who has done this for you. It is you, as expressions directly of God, from God, made with its power. You are prime creators. You have done everything, including creating this game. Many of you know at this time about this game, about the simulation. Many of you are unveiling the existence of layers which can be removed like an onion. Many of you are in the process of peeling off costume after costume, mask after mask, until you remain bare in your God power. As prime creators, you have an immense power of manifesting. This whole game was about remembering that. As prime creators, you can manifest in an instant every thought you have. Believe it or not, you are doing so. However, you are manifesting what you think you want, because you have allowed your tools, the body and the mind, to have more power than initially designed. The body and the mind are not designed to be your leaders. They're not designed by you or by the entire creator group of this simulation to be as they are. However, glitches have come into this game. Glitches which now are being removed. Many of you, due to these glitches, have had a very difficult time to remember, and therefore you continued to leave physical bodies and reincarnate in new ones. And in between these incarnations, you continue to forget who you truly are. However, now that is done. Now we are here to remind you and to guide you on this path of remembrance of your true identities. How, you may ask, how is this possible? And we will say, everything, it's possible. Why, you may ask, why will we ever create such a simulation? Why will we ever want to participate in such thing? And our answer is, why not? Why not, dear ones? Every experience, it's welcomed. The only thing that comes in between this and your understanding of it from this perspective is the fact that you still see things from the bottom floor, while you are invited now to raise up, take the elevator, raise your way of seeing things, raise your vibration, raise your perception point. You are much more than physicality. You are the creators of physicality, in fact. And so we are now offering this message because we know that those of you who are tuning into this transmission are prepared to receive it. At the same time, we also want to offer practical, human-like steps for you to embrace the fact that you are right where you were supposed to be. Nobody put you here. You chose to be here in a world that you are continuously creating, even though you may have forgotten. Only those of you called to remember are listening to this transmission now and in what you call the future. Therefore, here is our invitation to you. Close your eyes and in stillness and quietude, drop your attention, your focus into your chest area. Your bodies are divine, created by prime creators. Your bodies are gateways, portals for you to connect with your true identity. Your bodies have always given you signs, signals. Focus upon the chest area and visualize how from the front and the back of your chest, cones of light are opening up now. Light rays are coming through. And if you focus around you, you will see that a torus is forming. You may call it a sphere if you choose so. However, we are inviting you to tune into the frequency of your own energy. That source that powers your physical body. That source that powers what you call you. Without this source, without this light, your physical bodies will return to the same elements that your dirt, Mother Earth's body, it's formed of. Nothing is dead. everything, it's alive. However, in order to become the sapient, conscious beings you are, there is this field of energy that powers these physical bodies. Get in tune and acknowledge this energy now. We invite you to feel its vibration. You may feel your chest vibrating. You may feel your arms and hands, your legs vibrating at this moment. Allow this vibration do not be scared of it. This is you. We are inviting you to do this, to tune into your inner self, which is also your outer self, higher self, however you like to label it. Tune into this frequency every day. Stay in this frequency as long as possible. This is your vital energy. This is your healing power. This is who you are. Yes, you are geometrical. Yes, you are cosmic. Yes, you are beyond your physical bodies and the personalities that you have formed. We are here to invite you to tune into your own higher frequencies as often as possible. And while you are in this state, while you are seeing the source of light that you are, while you open up the portals which are existent in your chest, say the following words. My dear angels, my dear guides, I am open to receive your messages. I am open to get to know you from my physicality, acknowledging my energy body. I am open to be guided by you. And please understand, dear ones, they are not apart from you. Just as we were saying about your God, that it's not away from you, as it is not away and apart from anything, so are your angels. They are you from a higher vibration. They are you from a higher, different density. You are all there is. Do this every single day. And this will change the way you perceive yourself, even with your human mind. We understand that many of you, until recently, have believed that the only reality that exists is the physical reality, which you see around you. We understand that many of you have lived and have thought of their entire universe to be encompassed in certain geographical areas within certain perimeters. But we are here to invite you to connect with the entire planet, as the entire planet is home for you. The entire planet is your playground. Love the planet as you love yourselves. Love others as you love yourselves. Many of you at this time are expressing that you love your children or your blood families or your significant members of your families more than you love yourselves, and definitely more than you love nature or the planet. Many of you have not even considered the planet or strangers as being part of your selves. And we are inviting you to do so. We are inviting you to see everything, including those objects you perceive without life. See everything and everyone as part of you. You are light. You are love. You are all there is. We understand that at this time in your path of transition, many of you, based on the way your minds have been developed, you perceive yourselves as unworthy, as not lovable, as sick, as imperfect, and you perceived God as being perfect. You often perceive others around you as being closer to perfection than you are. These perceptions are illusions. You are perfect as you are God. Yes, sons and daughters, of course, but not sons and daughters as you perceive human sons and daughters, which even so, they do carry the physical body's DNA from their parents and their biological traits. We invite you, though, to see yourselves as sons and daughters of God, being identical in essence with what you call God, with the Creator. This message is for you, prime creators, for you who are ready to embrace your true power, your true selves. There is nothing stopping you now other than still some leftovers which need to be cleared up in your physical bodies and your physical minds, your human self. And this is the period in which you are now. Allow yourself to stay in quietude. Focus with your true, vital, eternal being. And once you do so, you will live these human lives from that standpoint, moving forward into being the creators of this reality as you intended to do, as you intended to be. Do not pay attention to others. This message is for you. You know who you are. This message resonates with you. You and others like you have a certain direction, a certain path. You and others like you are going to what you call the new earth. Not everybody is going to the new earth. We understand where your attachment to others, it's holding you back from following the path of remembering. And we encourage you to look within and with compassion and love toward yourself and toward others, to accept that not everybody has the same path. To allow other souls incarnated now on earth to follow their own path. You are prime creators. Remember it, embody it, and allow this identity to be your guiding point. This is the power. This is who you are. Embody this transmission. And let others follow their own. We are inviting you at this moment to take another deep breath in. Exhale. We are inviting you to listen a few times to this transmission, if necessary. The light language we have offered is going to help you every time to make space. Practice every time, even with the help of this recording, visualization of your body, energy body. Get in tune, get in touch with this identity. The more you practice this in the next few weeks, the easier everything will turn out to be for you when facing the changes which are coming onto your planet in the following year. We are here to guide you. We are here together with your angels. We are by your side. We love you. We love you. We love you. Ah,
I was enjoying that.
too. Ah. I just feel so much love right now from them. Thank you so much for those of you who have been on the live. I just need a few minutes. They are showing me to drink water, so I'll tell you the same. How are you? Wow. Uh,
I think this was a complete message because have many levels of understanding. First of all, that we have to ask for our angels and guardian and angels. I want to add that one of our angels is us, but us not like in physical body, but us like a light beam, us from the future, you know, because we perceive time with a vector to the right, like past, present, and future. But many times I see that us from the future came in the past and help us from the past, you know.
yeah,
So one of our guardian angel is us, you know.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
And
What other levels? Yes.
yes, please.
I was going to ask you what other, you said that it was a complete transmission because there are different levels that you perceived. So I
Yes.
was wondering what other levels.
Uh, Another level is that we are creators in absolute light, the light of absolute of this new universe, and then that we can create and on divine time that it will come, we can create our reality. As they said, we agree to participate to this game uh, for remembering here in physicality that we are eternal beings, that we are light, expressing itself in this material form, and that we are powerful creators, of course, in the coherence and harmony with the divine plan, because otherwise it's just the will of the ego and doesn't work, you know. And we have to remember this, and that's why we agreed to take this journey, which make I don't know, take millions of years. But what are millions of years in the divine time and in the infinite time of creation? Maybe it's not correct to say time of creation, you know, in the infinite of creation.
Yeah.
So it was our will, but our ego denied that because he's not eternal, and he always think she will be dead. He's dying, you know, and that's why he intervenes and want it all right here, right now, you know. Let's make it quicker, let's make it better. But we are infinite beings of light, so this is not the purpose of making everything in just one human experience. But times changing, it seems that in this time we have the ability to bring all the awareness and the experiences that we had in past lives, and to sum them so that we can manifest on this lifetime and on this present moment.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. Like what I feel and your words and their words and just everything. It's exactly like I don't know how to say this other than it's exactly what I needed to hear and to feel right now. Like I don't know if the ones who are watching on Facebook are hearing, but I think they're hearing Laurentiu speaking with his clarity. And I just want to thank you so much for it. It's just
Thank you.
wow. Heather, do you want to
Uh,
add anything? Oh, go ahead.
no, please, Heather.
I just wanted to remind everyone that we all have guardian angels and they are always here to help us. And it's much more powerful when you ask for it out loud. Um, you can ask for it in your mind, but it's not as powerful if you ask for it for help. And all you have to do is I invite in now my guardian angels to help me with whatever it is that you want help with. In my case, I always ask them for help for whatever it is. You know, if I've lost something, if I can't find my key, I just ask my guardian angels, show me where my keys are. You know, my guardian angels, can you give me my favorite parking spot when I go to a specific a store or a busy store? So they're always there to help you, but you have to ask them. So I just wanted to remind everyone that you all have guardian angels. You have many of them. You don't just have one, you have many, many of them. And you can always ask. You can journal and you can just ask for their name. And just, with your eyes closed, and you can just write, you just say, what is your name? And your hand would just write, into whoever that is one of your angels. One of my angels is Archangel Ariel. So when I automatic write, I ask, what is your name? And that's what I scribble, Archangel Ariel. So I know that she's one of mine. And I have many.
That's amazing. Yeah, I've experienced with that too. Um, is it also, I think in my experience, I think a year ago when I did this, exactly what you said. So intuitive writing, yes, because the intuition is the voice of our soul and higher self, if we want. And so when we write intuitively, or we can just record intuitively, however we feel like, but writing is good because it's involving movement. My first were at that point Archangel Azrael, which I had no idea of, Archangel Raphael, and I think it was Michael and somebody else, Metatron, I think, showed up. But then I realized that now Azrael is not the first, but that was the first that showed up. So I think that they switch based on where we are in our evolution path and what we need. So like they will appear based on that, based on our needs. Yeah, so beautiful. Lawrence, you were going to say something else before Heather.
Two things. I want to add that when we ask for help, in what energy we are when we ask for help. Because if you ask for help like the ego asks for help, you are in the energy of lack. You are down vibrationally, because and if you ask with love, with compassion, with gratitude, and see the angels like your brothers, because this time I'm incarnated on earth, but other times maybe I can be an angel for another brother which is incarnated on another planet, doesn't matter. So we change places. This time I'm incarnating on earth. Okay. And I asked my brothers of my soul family, but not necessarily. I asked my astral brothers to help me, because from their level, they see more coherent, more harmonious, the energy of space. Because I'm incarnated and I'm in a physical body with an ego, with needs and all that. But I want to tell the viewers another a hint about this entanglement with the 12th dimension that you spoke about, which will took place in few days.
Yes, it will take place on the 15th of November at the planet level. So, yeah.
The hint is this. We have the 12th string of DNA, and it was brought to us, and we have the capacity to connect with the 12th dimension, because now we have this 12th string of DNA. The 12th string of DNA has come on Earth last year, about April last year. So that's why we embody the 12th string of DNA in our DNA, so we can communicate, we can make a bridge between us, our DNA, our potential, and the 12th dimension. So the gates are open, and is just the free will expressed, and expressed with a strong will. Not let's see what's happened. You have to be very decisive when you do that. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. So for those of the viewers who are just listening, tuning into this transmission, and they don't know much about the 12th dimension, what can you say in a few words about the 12th dimension? I know it is the highest dimension available in our universe, right? And
Yeah.
why is it important that we open these portals?
It's very important because the connection with the 12th dimension was severed when the Luciferian decadent starts, about 650 million years ago. So we lost this connection with the 12th dimension, because through the 12th dimension we can connect with the hierarchies of light, which are in the multiverse, up to the multiverse, So that's why you can see the 12th dimension, the beginning of the silver string of our universe with the hierarchies of light. If you don't have the connection with the 12th dimension, you cannot connect with the hierarchy of light,
Yeah.
So, and in the 12th dimension, there are like we see the cats, the felinoid beings, but they are just like embodiment of the etherical beings of the 12th dimension. Doesn't mean the light being of the 12th dimension is a cat, is a I don't know, a lion or something like this. But they have like a race, like the primordial race. They have this attribute of felinoid.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, the blue avians, which are showing up as blue birds, are in the 12th dimension as well. And I'm sure there are a few others, but definitely the feline beings. Yeah. Very interesting. And
Yeah.
so I'm just going to say real fast, and because we have like 4 minutes until 1 hour and a half, today was the longer transmission, but enjoy it. I just want to add to that, just to create the whole picture, that of course we are here on planet Earth, and then we have a solar system of which we are part, right? And then there is the galaxy, which has many solar systems. And then there is the universe, our universe, which has multiple, like billions of galaxies. But then we live in an omniverse. Yes, we live in a multiverse, kind of like what they are showing us in the Marvel movies, right? So then our universe, it's not quite the biggest, no, nor does it have the most dimensions, right? There are universes that are in which there are many more dimensions, but for our universe, 12th dimension, it's the highest. And so after the universe, yes, there's the universe, there's the multiverse, and then the higher hierarchies of light are above that or around that. Am I understanding it correctly? Okay. Just for
Yeah,
those of
that's right.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now that you have everything in perspective, and now that you have access, I'm going to put this recording on YouTube right now, actually, because I think it's a very powerful recording. So whomever needs to tune into it, rewatch it, re-listen into it, I invite you to do so. You're going to have it on YouTube. I'm going to put the link on Facebook as well. And so with this being said, I know that next week it's going to be different. They've showed me a few days ago, there are going to be some in the third week and the third weekend of November. There are going to be some physical changes at the earth level. And so I pray for everybody who will be affected in any way by this. Please call upon your angels. Please ask for help. It is like Laurentius said, it is us. Our angels are our higher selves, our higher, like it can be cosmic beings, yes, or it can be angelic beings. We are all one, and we have a presence, especially those of us for whom this message was transmitted, the prime creators. It is very clear to me that in this universe, with its 12 dimensions, we actually have a presence at each of every of the 12 dimensions. I know that for myself, for sure. So we are omnipresent, so to speak, in this universe, and some of us even beyond it. And so my invitation is, and this is for me, actually, for my ego, for my own ego, I'm talking to you. You are much bigger and much more powerful than you think. And just because from a human perspective, with standards of measurement based on like material realizations or money or, number of cars, houses, whatever it is, just because from that perspective, it may not look like you are much, or like you can do much, or like you are powerful. Remember that there is a whole different spectrum of measurements and perspectives out there. And also you're invited to go even beyond that, where there is no measurement and there's just enjoying this experience, and that's it. Okay, guys, well, I appreciate it. I'm so humbled by your presence. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for you who watched us on Facebook and on YouTube Live. We will see you in this formation again next week. Many blessings and lots of joy until then.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you. Okay, I'm just gonna stop the live stream.